And finally, the last debt I'm gonna talk about that you should never take is consumer debt. I know many people here will tell me, now, Sheila, things are very hard. The economic times we live in, for sure, things are not that easy. But I want to tell you, the thing with consumer debt, chances are high you will not be able to repay it on time. For example, and they are very addictive. For example, if you find yourself every single month, you have to take a debt to keep up with your lifestyle, then that's an indication you don't need that debt. You actually need to assess your lifestyle. In other words, it means you are living beyond your means. So it's about time for you to come back to your senses and check on your lifestyle. Most consumer debt that people take, it's only to finance their lifestyle. Maybe they are living in a neighborhood they can not afford on their own. They have to take a debt every single month. Or maybe they are running a lifestyle that, for sure, when you compare their income and the lifestyle demands, it doesn't match. What do I mean? For example, maybe your income, wherever you're earning from, it could be business, salary, financial support. Let's say you're earning 50,000. And here you are, when we assess your lifestyle, your rent is 60,000. Maybe your car is much more expensive. That means it requires a high maintenance. It has a high maintenance cost. And when you put together all your expenses, they amount to about 100,000. And you wonder, how is this person surviving? Most likely, they are always on debt. You are taking this debt to pay rent. Then once you are able to clear that, you take another debt to clear that debt that you took to repay the debt you took for the rent. All that is consumer debt. Or you find someone taking a debt so that they can go for a vacation and, take wonderful Instagrammable pictures. To be honest, people will give you likes, right? But they will not be the ones to repay the debt. They'll not be the ones who will suffer the consequences of the interest rate. They'll not be the ones who will suffer the consequences of defaulting. And the worst part is that, fine, you'll go to that amazing vacation destination, you'll take wonderful pictures, we will give you likes on social media, but those likes, you cannot take them to the bank and tell your lender that, I got over 1K likes, so let's convert this to money. No, you will need to pay. So when it comes to consumer debt, unless it's a point of life and death, like you are at your very, very extreme, do not take it. Better to analyze your financial, your lifestyle, and cut off what you need to cut off, or work on increasing your income so that you can match the lifestyle you've put yourself in. But what I always encourage people, rather than stressing yourself, why don't you just live within your means? Or if you can live below your means, but live in a status where you are able to afford the things that you are having, without having to have sleepless nights, to be always on survival mode, just because you are taking consumer debt. And one thing I noticed with consumer debt, their interest rates are usually very high. For example, I want you to check if you have access to to any mobile lending app. I want you to go and check how much is the interest rate for the debt when they are telling you they are going to lend you some amount of money. And then go and look at it. And then compare that debt to maybe another debt, like for example, a long-term debt with a financial institution, you realize this debt from a mobile lending app, because normally it's just for consumption. They know, the mobile lenders know that most people that take debt through those apps, most of the time is for consumption. So they will put a very high interest rate such that you're not even able to repay it. And they'll keep stressing you and stressing you. And before you know it, your health is affected. Before you know it, your mental health is affected. Before you know it, everything comes crashing down on you. I'm sorry to say, but I've seen cases of suicide. I've handled clients that they were on the verge of suicide because of consumer debts. And most of the time, when we walk with them through, they say, I wish I knew it was not a do or die affair. I would have kept off that debt. And I don't want you to be the same or to repeat the same mistake, but if you can, I know you can, keep off consumer debt. They're not for you, they're against you. They are after not just your money, but your health, your well-being, and everything that concerns you. And this is one area that I've noticed, it makes you to become a slave. They know how addictive it is, and they know how it can make you a slave. And you might be asking, how is it making me a slave? For example, let's say you are earning 1,000 per day. You've gone and taken a debt, let's say for just a simple one, for 500, maybe because you want to pay your fare, or maybe you want to go and have coffee to impress someone at a certain joint, right? That 500 debt you took, they tell you have to repay it, and the interest rate they're giving you is so high. Now, by the time, let's say, end of the day, when you try to calculate this 1,000 that I've earned, I need to repay this debt, I need to meet my daily needs, I cannot be able to repay the debt and meet my daily needs. So what will I do? Let me default and wait until maybe end of the week. Now, by end of the week, the 500 you took, you can agree with me, you'll not repay it as 500. You'll pay it even close to 1,000. Now, what will that mean? You will not be able to repay all of it. You will say, let me pay maybe minimum, the bare minimum. Maybe let me pay 250. Again, the following week, you'll say, okay, I still have needs. Let me pay the bare minimum. So again, you pay 250. Remember, the interest rate keeps increasing the number. So you will keep in that cycle. Every income you're getting, there's like a hole that is just taking some of a certain percentage of the income you're getting. So you are becoming a slave. You're working hard, yes. You're earning money, yes. But the debt that you took that is having a high interest rate is taking away the money from you. And this answers the question where people say, Sheila, I work so hard, but I can't even tell where my money is going. I can't see anything that this money has done for me. Usually my first question is, do you have any debt? And most of the time, people will tell you, yeah, I have this debt that I've been repaying and it's just not going away. It's like, it's just stuck on me. And when we analyze that debt, you realize the interest rate is super high, and that is what is messing the person. So keep off consumer debts. If you can, live within your means. If it's something you can do away with, you can stay without. If it's just a want, then keep off it. Remember, I did another video the other day and I was able to show you the difference between needs and wants. Needs you cannot live without. Wants you can live without them. So if something comes up and you look into it and realize this is just a want, you don't have to take a debt for it. And even if it's a need, first of all, try to exhaust every other option that you might be having. So you could be asking me, Sheila, now what is the other option I have? For example, you realize that the need you're having, it's really not a want, it's a need, but you don't have an option on how to finance it. This is where I always tell people, try and see if you can get soft loans from family members. Borrow from your friends, borrow from your family members, and ensure you will repay them. Don't become a bad debt to them. That too, because when you borrow from family members, most of the time you are able to negotiate the interest rate, or you can even negotiate they don't give it to you with any interest. So before you can go to take any consumer debt from any financial institution, money lending app, or even Shylocks, try and exhaust other means. One way is trying to find or access soft loans from friends and family members. If that doesn't work, look around your house and see what is that thing that I can sell to be able to get money to attend to this need. Sometimes you'll just have to sacrifice certain things that maybe you love so much to be able to get money to attend to the need. Now, that's having said, I hope you are going to be much better or at a much better position when it comes to making decisions on whether to take certain kinds of debts. As I said, these are the kind of debts you should keep away from. As if you can, run away from them, flee from them, if that's a good word to use. Flee from such debts. And I will do a recap on that. So we've said what the debts that you should never, ever take. Number one, debt for family members. Number two, consumer debt. Number three, debt for businesses you have no concept about. And number four, taking a debt for investments that do not pay you more than the interest rate of the debt. I'd love to know which other debt should we stay away from so that we can be able to achieve financial well-being and at the same time be debt-free. Remember, one of the goals for Financial Wellness Center is to make people, if they're going to take debt, we ensure they are taking a good debt, or if possible, they become debt-free so that they can be able to learn how to maybe save towards something or learn how to navigate on debt so that it doesn't end up being a bad debt. Until next time, I wish you a pleasant day, and I hope that your financial journey is becoming healthy and healthier every single day you watch our videos. Until next time, remember to follow us on our social platforms, on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and Facebook, and of course X. Until then, I wish you a financially healthy moment and journey. Bye bye.